Hello, everybody. Welcome to 3 at 9. I'm Stephanie Simoni. Let me get you to the right spot here. All right, this is better now. Hi, everybody. Once again, Stephanie Simoni here. And I hope all of you are having a good night. We have a lot to get to tonight. We are starting in New Haven, where the disgraced former police chief is now in court facing a judge. He is accused of stealing $85,000 of city money. It was through the Public Informant Fund, the informant fund that was used for officers to collect information, and you could pay informants to help you build a case. So he stole money from there, according to arrest warrants, and also from the Pell program, which helps kids go to camp every summer. So he has told investigators that he has a gambling problem, and he faced a judge today. And so today was his first court appearance, and the judge made a couple of stipulations with his release. So we are going to take Matt McFarland's story from earlier tonight so you can see what the judge had to say to the chief in court today.
More than $80,000 in taxpayer funding. That's how much Jacobson is accused of taking. And while the allegations are staggering, his attorney is asking the people he used to protect to be patient.
Mr. Jacobson, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Former New Haven Police Chief Carl Jacobson finding himself on the other side of the law, facing a judge charged with larceny and accused of stealing $85,000 in city money to feed a gambling addiction.
We all have people in our lives who struggle with addiction or other self-harming behavior. Regardless of whatever this case is, I think it's important to recognize that Carl Jacobson has done a tremendous amount of good for the people of New Haven.
But in early January, Jacobson's 3 assistant chiefs confronted him about money missing from the department's confidential informant fund. He allegedly admitted to taking $10,000, begging the chiefs to let him replace the cash and retire. But state police investigators determined it was much more than $85,000 over 2 years. Even taking $4 grand from the Police Activity League, which funds programs for city kids. According to the warrant, Jacobson told investigators he has a gambling problem, with police determining he allegedly wagered more than $4.5 million between 2 online betting apps and losing more than $200,000. While Jacobson is free on a $150,000 bond today in court, the judge made it clear: no gambling.
Conditions of release while the case is pending: no online gambling, stay out of Connecticut casinos.
Outside of court, Jacobson's attorney told reporters the former chief devoted his career to helping others.
For those who would condemn him based on his arrest, I ask you for grace, and please withhold judgment until you have a fuller understanding of all the facts.
But New Haven's mayor says Jacobson needs to be held accountable, just like it would be for any other Elm City resident.
While it's hard, it's good to see the process moving forward, because just given what the chief admitted to doing, it's important, I think, for us all to see that there's that accountability.
It was a brief appearance for the former chief, barely a minute. He's due back in court on March 19th. Your reporter in New Haven, Matt McFarland, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, so of course we will continue to follow that story for you as well here on Channel 3. Getting to our next story tonight, a church group finally back home after they were trapped in Jerusalem. They were visiting there, and they were trapped because of the recent conflict with Iran, between the U.S., Iran, and Israel. So Owen Kingsley spoke with them while they were overseas, and he spoke with them today, finally, after they got back home in Connecticut. So we're going to take Owen Kingsley's story now.
A holy visit to the birthplace of Christianity ended in hiding and an uncertain escape home. Bishop Jeffrey Mello, the head of the Episcopal Church of Connecticut, led a 10-person pilgrimage to Jerusalem over Lent.
What do you say as both somebody who lived through this experience, but also as somebody who had the privilege of leaving?
A week into their trip, sirens sounded. The U.S. and Israel sparked war with Iran, and retaliation was imminent. The group ducked into a church in Jerusalem and nestled together in a bomb shelter.
And then, of course, we started to hear explosions. We could feel the ground in the building vibrate. And so anxiety was pretty high, and people were getting understandably afraid.
They stayed down there on and off for 24 hours. When the coast was clear, They escaped across the border to the neighboring country of Jordan. After several canceled flights, they finally boarded a plane home.
Once we got on the plane, that we wouldn't really know that we were sort of really headed towards safety, as I said, until we were wheels on the ground at JFK.
So what did that feel like on that flight, especially that first hour?
Lots of people on the flight watching the flight map.
Despite this big
All right, we are having trouble with Owen's package there. It's just stopped playing. Let me see if I can get it back for you. I'm going to try that again. All right, let's... Well, you could hear from them, and clearly they are happy to be home and thinking about others who are still there. Now, let's go to a little good news. We're talking about the St. Patrick's Day Parade in the Greater Hartford area. It will be in Hartford, but it's called the Greater Hartford 54th Annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. And our very own Mike Slifer will be there. He's representing Cromwell, which, of course, he is very proud to do. So that'll be fun for him. And the weather looks to be very good for the parade. Every year, 65,000 people are expected to attend, and it's always such a good time. So Roger Suzanen, he spoke with parade organizers today, and he filed this story.
One of Connecticut's biggest and, well, greenest parties has almost arrived. The Greater Hartford St. Patrick's Day Parade is just hours away.
It's going to be a great day, and we've worked so hard all year. Everything will be perfect.
Parade Chair Eileen K. Moore says the entire spectacle, every sight and every sound, brings back the enchantment of childhood.
I grew up with this being a tradition in our family. I went to every parade. My father marched in many parades. He was a plumber in town, and it was always, I Irish step danced, and it was always just something that was a huge part of our whole family.
And tomorrow, more families will make more magical memories as 65,000 people or so come together to celebrate Irish culture and have fun as a community.
The city of Hartford could not be a better host. They are so kind. They roll out the red carpet for us. HPD is amazing. They just make it so easy.
And this year's VIPs, the Persons of the Year, don't need any introduction. Iconic UConn basketball coach Jim Calhoun and his wife Pat will share the spotlight with Grand Marshal Pat Whalen, who is celebrated as a tireless volunteer and bagpiper.
We are thrilled and over the moon. They totally embody everything that is wonderful about Connecticut.
Eileen admits creating all the fun isn't easy, but every top of the morning on parade day, it becomes instantly obvious that every hour of hard work was worth it. Call it the luck of the Irish.
You step off and the police go by, and we take that turn onto Main Street, and we see all those people cheering and the faces, you know, and it never fails to bring a tear to my eye. And I'm just like, all right, this is why I do it. I'll keep doing it.
And no matter the weather, Irish eyes are going to be smiling starting at 11 o'clock when this great parade steps off right near the state capitol. You can find a lot more information, including the best places to park, on the WFSB News app. Reporting in Hartford, I'm your reporter, Roger O. Suzanen, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Oh, Suzanen. Oh, Suzanen, don't you cry for me, right? So go check out the parade this weekend. And if you can't go to the parade this weekend, there are parades throughout the month of March. Hartford kicks it off. There's also one in Waterbury this weekend. Next weekend is New Haven. New London has one. Essex. Where else? Bridgeport. I know I'm forgetting a few. Mystic. Anyways, go check out a parade. It's always a good time and family friendly and free, which is great. And the weekend, or at least this weekend's weather looks good. I can't say anything about next weekend. I don't know what that's going to look like yet. All right, let's go to another story that I just adored. So sometimes our photojournalists, they get to go out there and they get to collect the story by themselves, and then they edit together what we call a nat piece. And that is our way of telling a story just through pictures and sound without any track, anyone telling you what you're looking at. You're watching it, listening to the person being interviewed, hearing the sounds of the scene, and getting the full story. It's kind of a documentary style of shooting, but we call it a natural sound package. That's what a nat pack is. And package is story in TV language. Just giving you all the verbatim tonight, getting a little deep dive into TV news. So anyways, our photojournalist Michael Kopelman got to put together this amazing story about a tree service team in Hartford County, and they have a little calling card, if you will. So they always leave a little surprise after they're done chopping down the tree. So this is Michael Kopelman. He does a beautiful job telling this story. So let's watch it.
He's made his notch and tying his line on. You want to feel that tree come off of there, that top. So it's a dance that you make like that. It should be just smooth and easy. My name is Pete Gwynn. I got into this business because in Canada, I used to log. I've been running a chainsaw since I was 12. When you're rigging on a crane, you got to know the weights and the ambiguities of how the wood's going to react. If not everyone's on the same page, you have personal property damage or someone's going to get hurt. Safety always first. Safety always first. During COVID, people were locked indoors, and for a lot of people, COVID was bad. For me, as a tree guy, being outdoors, we didn't really change. My wife suggested, hey, you can make wooden snowmen. It'd make people smile. Hey, so this is just a snowman. Mostly you make them that makes people smile, not frown. Started making them during COVID. So when I started making these snowmen, I've not seen a person frown yet. So I've made them in Canada. I've made them in, like every town we go to, almost every customer gets a snowman because the world needs love right now. That's a message to the world. World needs love. People, you need love. The customers don't know in advance. People see them all over town. They're like, oh, you're the guy who makes the snowman. I'm like, yeah, sure. But it's just to make people smile. There we go. How's that? Things are a little bit chaotic right now on a global scale. And my message to folks is, it's just love. It's just snowman. Be kind to your neighbor. It's a simple message. Like, it's a snowman. So relax and enjoy life.
That's right. Relax and enjoy life. No worries. I like it. Spreading love and smiles. I like Pete Gwynn. Thank you so much, Pete Gwynn, for sharing your story and doing what you do. A small thing like that can really go a long way and brighten someone's day. So we hope that we can brighten your day sometimes with some of our news, like Pete Gwynn and other positive news stories. And of course, we always want you to stay informed too. So we will have the latest headlines tonight at 10 and 11. Everybody, have a great weekend. The weather is supposed to be a little bit better tomorrow. There is some rain to talk about. I'm going to let Mr. Slifer handle all of that in the forecast at 10 and 11 o'clock tonight. But I will tell you this. There is something to look forward to in the forecast on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We are talking sun. We are talking warmer temperatures, maybe even short weather for some folks who like to wear shorts when it's, not 80 degrees out, but 60s, maybe even 70, flirting with 70s. So we have some good news in the weather department. We hope you join us at 10 and 11. Have a great night.